Hey Kingsman, welcome back. Today we have another Napoleonic Total War 3 battle, and this one is probably going to have to be one of my favorites. And I haven't even seen the battle yet, to be honest. I was too excited to watch this one beforehand. I had to just play it because, guys, if you know me, you know what I love is the UK. And today, not just one, not just two, not even just three, but 4 UK armies. Oh, there they are. 4 UK armies, 4 Peninsular UK 10-pointers, all playing on the battlefield, and they're taking on, if you love France, 4 French factions. I believe they're all of Spain, so this is kind of like a themed battle of like the Peninsular Wars. Now, I think they all have Ney, actually. No. Okay, we have Marmont, Suchet, and then maybe 2 Neys. Ney. All right, but as you can see, guys, the deployment zone for France was right here, and the UK was right here. So they were closest, if you look at the mini-map, right here and right here. So the UK are getting really aggressive immediately. They did have their, I believe, 9-pounders. I love 8 and 9-pounders, my favorite guns in the game. They just have the perfect sweet spot range. But you can see the UK are advancing already. They have a bunch of line infantry. They are just pushing up, and they are just firing blindly, hoping maybe to hit some infantry here. Now, France will have a decent position to defend. Over here, we do have another UK army that is like hopping over here. I think they're determined to, They are running. Perhaps the UK was hoping to get a charge off, but you don't want to do that. Anyway, I think the UK are trying to focus 2v1, which is an excellent strategy always. Now, we do have the other 2 UK armies who have split off, so this is going to be 2 sides of the map. This is a gamble whenever you split yourself in 2, but hopefully the French do as well. Now, the French are going to be attacking a strong UK position, as you can see. Artillery up on the hill. They have a gentle slope, and France is starting to show up. We have some more 9-pounders here. They do have a little bit of more light cav to defend their artillery position, and they do have the infantry. Actually, some really thick infantry lines, and they are really good quality infantry. They even have the Blue Horse. The Blue Horse Dragoons. Anyway, I don't want to miss the action over Danger Close, UK and France territory here. You can see they have more of the Dragoon Guards, the old Canaries as well. So the French are going to be taking on some heavier cav, which is expensive but very justifiable. And France is going to go against some division of Dragoons. Maybe not going to go too well unless you can flank around, because I see a lot of French cav here. Now, hopefully they do flank around. Now, UK are throwing in a ton of... Actually, they have more Blue Horse, more Dragoons here. And I think the UK look like they're doing decently well. But here comes more French cav to reinforce it. But then again, here comes more Blue Horse to reinforce those Hussars. Actually, it looks like these Dragoons are not going to do so well. And the UK are becoming victorious so far. They do have a general to inspire, Arthur Wellesley himself. As you can see, more French cav now pouring in here. These Blue Horse have to hold the line long enough as France is continually pouring in more and more cav.
Our men are running, sir.
I would always advise against continually throwing in more and more cavalry. At a certain point, you got to accept that you may have lost and get some cav out of there. You may even lose Marmont. As the UK are pushing, actually UK are doing an excellent job of winning. They're going to get a flanking with the Hussars going against these Dragoons. We do have some infantry support here. These guys can form squares, so France needs to be very cautious here. As infantry is getting in closer, but so far it looks like the French are winning on this side. But huge cav battle here, as now we have some more Dragoons pouring in, hitting these Blue Horse who are already tired. They're winded, so a general maybe Beresford, he needs to get his butt out of there, because now you got to take this, guys. The UK need to fall back before they lose all of their cav here. They have won a massive victory, I would say, so far. They have taken out way more of the French cav than the French have of them. Looking at this, let's see, we've lost some Brunswick Hussars. Anything else in the UK? Okay, we had some light Dragoons as well, guys, but this is a huge victory. Well, not anymore, because the UK are getting hit really hard by some Dragoons, a massive unit of them. Hopefully they're going to get out of here, and the artillery was not limbered up, but here comes infantry that can form square. I'm going to take this as a victory for the UK. Like I said, guys, This is cav from another army. I don't think this is all from one army. Now, maybe it is. But that battle is over now. We do have some Old Canaries probably taking out some Chasseurs Cheval who are chasing down some of their cav. We have more cav getting run down. Oh, Cuirassiers. That is a unit you definitely want to kill. You want to make sure that does not come back. Losing your heavy French cav is just, it's a war crime against the French to lose it. I'm just kidding. But as you see, huge cav battle in the very beginning. Everyone committed here. And now France is going to be taking on 2 UK armies who have converged to hit them. Honestly, unless you have an ally coming... Okay, they do have an ally. They actually have what looks like their other armies. So they are actually split in 2 as well. So this is going to be very balanced, UK versus France. Now we do have a lot of cav hovering up here, kind of screening for their artillery. We do have what looks like the UK getting in a position to start firing, and they're just going to defend this hill most likely. But France is rolling down here. It looks like we have some volleys already going off, probably taking on some cav that was running. And like I said, guys, I would call that a French loss so far in this battle. Points for the UK for coming out on top, I'd say. And I may be a little biased towards loving the UK, but you know, you gotta see the light. I think this Spain army lost almost all, if not all, of their cav. So, battle line getting up. The UK should be pushing, in my opinion, before the ally gets here. Especially on this flank here, you have a strong push you can be making here. You have tons of infantry massing on the flank. Arthur Wellesley himself. We have some Sicily, I'm assuming Sicily legions from Sicily. Chasseurs Britannians. And some loyal Lincolns. They can't be just, you know, disloyal. You have to have loyal Lincolns. So over here, it looks like both sides wanted to fight, and both sides did not actually fight. Now, they got their cav out of there because of infantry support, which is why Napoleon Waterloo sending the cav without infantry support line. You know, I wish I could just have a button I just push and you just hear Napoleon say, "Why did they send him out without infantry support?" It'd be beautiful. Like one of those buttons, like you hit the fail button, and I'm rambling at this point. So over here we have some Voltigeurs pushing up here, trying to skirmish down maybe the side of these saucy greens. The black cuffs. So let's see, you have the Cumberland gentlemen. But you can see that France is actually pushing up just for the skirms. I don't see any cav supporting them at this point in time. But they easily could switch over some dragoons and just wreck. This is a lot of gold, guys. Not a lot, but it's a significant amount of gold to where they could easily lose out on a lot. And these guys are all formed up. I love the skins for NTW3, always will. It's just so beautiful. Let's see, we got some Dugarde of Partisans. Seeing if they had any chasseurs. So the combat gen is in the front lines. That's something I usually don't encourage for anyone that I am giving advice to, which is like no one. But save your combat gen. They have such a good morale, and if they die, it's over. But here we go. Yep, just like I predicted, the light horse is going to take out these Voltigeurs. Infantry is rushing up to try to save them, but they are not going to save these guys in time. There's a cav fight over here that I'm going to go and look at in just a second. But yeah, bye-bye, little Voltigeurs. You are going to get chopped to pieces in the most terrible of fashions. They may save a couple of them from the infantry, but it looks like we had some French cav trying to go for, or sorry, UK cav trying to go for the French artillery. And not successful as these dragoons were able to stop them. And this 4-pounder is going to continue to fire. The UK have a mass right now. They have a lot of troops. They could be pushing, going for the guns, as it were. Just push along this flank. France is not very strong there. Over here, the UK are going to have to fight for a flank. France actually is doing very well. And they did shift over some grenadiers in 118E infantry. This is the weak point, guys. This turn. You can focus so much firepower on that one turn. Artillery, as you can see, is in an excellent position. They're all massing all of their 9-pounders and 6-pounders together. They have cav support. I'm not sure what they're focusing, but I would assume it would be this area right here. This looks like there's still a fight going on over here. Yeah, we have some Voltigeurs getting charged once again. France is not being very aggressive with their cav or very defensive at this point in time, and they're just letting this gold just, you know, getting slashed to pieces. Now they're going to get out of there, having chopped up a couple of those Voltigeurs. Only losing 5, actually, so France managed to save it. France needs to get their cav on the flanks here. Okay, so France is massing up here, and for once the UK actually have a good defensive line, forcing the French to advance towards them. Look at this. How cool does this look? I mean, you can see the lines, and I think the UK can actually do very well here. It's kind of one of their specialties is if they can hold the mass and not lose, they can do some real damage with the accuracy. Now, here is the real push. The UK are going to be pushing on this flank. The French probably are honestly going to start caving. You can see already all of these troops, guys, are focusing on these 2 units. I guarantee it. Which is why you can see them shaken, losing a ton of men. Look at how small this unit is now. And they're going to break. I'm calling right now. This Legion's going to break. Yeah, there we go. And they broke. Now, over here, it looks like the UK... Man, I'm going to be bouncing back and forth so much. The UK were trying to get this Voltigeurs once again. Squares kind of holding them off. UK are now going to advance here. I'm going to have to bounce back and forth so much here. Oh my goodness. Look at this French push here around the flank. They are just massing up here, and the UK need to be careful that they can deal with this. Let's see, it's Hussars. All right, I'm going to keep an eye on that. In the meantime, the French actually, well, this ally needs to come up and support them because this whole line is definitely not. Ooh, look at these Highlanders. Ah, so beautiful. And they're getting some solid volleys. This side is definitely very weak. You can see they're pushing up for the flank, and France is beginning to crumble in on this flank here. They needed to almost totally reform, just pull back everywhere here. You can see the UK are pushing up here with their infantry and cav support, so this is going to be a problem. The UK cannot form square because they will get bayonet charged. But they are going to form up in almost doing the same thing that France is doing on the opposite side here. They do have, looks like, some grasshoppers skirmishing down those cav, trying to make them break. Oh, here we do have some more cav moving over here, trying to support them. They should go on this side, in my opinion. But the UK are pushing up over this hill. This is a very successful attack so far. As the French are going to try forming up, and they need to pull back to reform so they don't get outnumbered. Totally pull back. Utterly pull back. Alright, let's see how this far line battle is going. We do have what looks like a cav fight for the UK getting rear charged here, so they may actually have a lot of breakage. But there's no infantry moving up. This infantry should be rushing up. The Swiss should be rushing up. These legions should be rushing up in bayonet. Okay, they do have one. The guards of Paris are rushing up. That's a very good infantry. So actually, my bad. I did not see them. I should not have criticized. Oh, the UK did go for some artillery here. So the French artillery is gone. But you can see here now a lot of cav are rushing over, maybe trying to go for the gen. At the same time, they're charging over here. This is disorder everywhere for the UK. This is looking like a nightmare of sorts. The gen are thoroughly trying to get out of there. The French actually have a very decisive push. They lost over here against the skirms. But France, I think, is trying to... Oh, we have a general. An ally general who got killed. Oh, that is unfortunate. But at the same time, so did a French general. So they are exchanging very well. Let's sneak back over here because it looks like the French are just getting pushed. They are trying to do maybe a bayonet charge to save the army here. They are pushing massively for the flank here. This battle is just going crazy on both sides. I wish they had combined together. It makes it so much easier to cover. But they are pushing, guys. The UK are needing to swing around this flank and hold this flank. Over here, it looks like the French are actually starting to lose in this cav fight. The squares maybe save them.
Are running, sir.
Maybe these Brunswick Hussars and Blue Horse able to hold it off. You do see, though, that the French are destroying this left flank or right flank, depending on whose side you're looking at, of the UK, and the UK are actually going to fall back to this hill. Not a bad idea to call it a loss on this side and fall back. You are winning elsewhere. You know, you just have to be defensive. Now, over here, they can send their reserves now. They do have the grasshoppers, the skirmishers on the flank. That is a perfect place for them now that the French cav is gone. UK cav has just done very strongly this round. Over here, it looks like more UK and French clashing to a bayonet charge. This is going to go terribly for the French, as there's infantry just shooting in the side here, just blasting them. But it looks like actually the French are making a huge push, as France is, as the UK are falling back here against this massive Spain force. So France is a little bit in trouble. This 6-pounder is getting up here. Set him up, use him as a line infantry at this point. Yeah, you gotta hope that you can have some ally help. Now, the UK have totally reformed, guys, and now there's an advantage for the UK. They have the infantry, or the cav, to support their infantry. Also, their artillery is blasting these tirailleurs of France. Now, France does have a flank here. Let's move back here and see how this is going. So, yeah, France still pushing, guys. Still fighting here, but this flank is just unstoppable. France cannot do anything. There's a lot of calves still, as you keep massive French breaking. So this is like a seesaw. One side is kind of in panic mode, the other side is in pushing attack mode. We do have some artillery here setting up. Bayonet charge to stop their artillery from firing. They may probably break them right before they get to them. Alright, they did, but form up to get some canister off, maybe some 6-pounders, get some canister. As France is getting very close, the UK can break them. Guys, they can break them, definitely break them. This battle is just looking terribly juicy. Let's see if we get a shot from the canister here. As, yeah, they're loading canister. I guarantee they're loading canister. The UK are pushing on the flank with their cav and infantry. And you can see this Spain army is gone. So non-existent, basically, guys. And, oh, I'm predicting some canister right now. Some canister, perhaps. Oh my gosh, okay, not canister, but they ripped through. So that fight is going very well for the UK. Over here, France is actually looking decent over here. They're attacking the hill on this side, but I predict that France is getting blasted by artillery, most likely. And that's going to just be a problem. I think the UK definitely have this now. They have the high ground from the very beginning.
Our men are running, sir.
I think if the UK had not pulled back when they got attacked on this left side, that would have been a disaster for them. So it was a good call to pull back. You know, that saying, those who fight and run away will live to fight another day, works very well in this situation. So now this flank of UK is just collapsing on the French. The French are starting to maybe put the hurt on and break a lot of UK, so it's not a moment too soon. But this UK, this one in particular, did cause a lot of hurt to this French army. So now it's just basically a French rout. So the only fight now, guys, is over here, where the UK are starting to now push up, and France is beginning to realize their allies in trouble, and maybe disengage here. And the thing is, guys, the UK cav is so good that even if it's expensive, if you used rightly, it can just save everything. The UK need to watch out. They're starting to have some friendly fire here. Blasting the steelbacks. Oh, yeah, they form square. You don't want to do that. Oh, look at that guy got kicked off his horse. That's like the utter rejection. It's like when your lady leaves you, it's like getting kicked off a horse in Napoleonic Total War. That's the equivalent to a man of this time period. Like, did you get kicked off the horse too? You know, kind of thing. Anyway, the French are forming up for a desperate last stand, it would appear here. Tenacious UK following them, my heroes. Oh man, I was hoping to get a cool shot right there. And instead, I probably just gave one of you guys a seizure.
Our men are running, sir.
And of course, the in-picture ruins any cool thumbnail that I could have had. So now the UK are just forming up here. Of course, they are still fighting over here. I love this countryside. This, I said it before probably, but this looks just like where I live. There's a little bit more of these trees and they don't look so pretty, but it looks like the UK are fighting for the flank here. Going in for a bayonet charge on the flank. Look at them fighting it out. Now, I do believe the UK are going to take this. I think some of these guys got some skills. UK be strong in this game for sure, though. I mean, you got the Cav pushing up with the infantry. Just overall, just excellent support between the two of them. The wheat field too. It just looks so perfect, guys. And it looks like we got a bayonet charge, a last-ditch effort. Now it's gonna blow up in their face, and I think this battle is basically over. The UK definitely have won this. Holding the high ground, guys, that's what it caused. That's what it is. Although we do have one fight over here, where the UK are still fighting strong, or maybe not as strong now, but they're still fighting strong. All right, I'm gonna stop trying to get thumbnails. It's an addiction. I'm sorry. It just like you see something cool and you have to like take it. Over here, it looks like the UK are just kind of chopping up the routing army here. They be farming, maybe. They be farming. Over here, France is kind of broken up into two armies here, and they are fighting on both sides here, actually making a very strong push. I could believe that they would actually break these UK. We will see. I'm looking at these units here. Oof. Got the general right behind who inspires men to hold fast. UK are going to keep pushing on them. Look at these guys. 24E. I gotta say, as much as I love the red uniforms, ooh, we got some guards of Paris, almost like a Swiss unit. I love the red. The red and green actually is a pretty good look. A very good look, actually. I'm just letting you guys check out the uniforms while there's a lull in the battle, because no one's really advancing too much here. Let's see, we got some of the Green Rascals. Excellent unit. I love the Green Rascals. But here we go, the final stand for the UK, or for the French, Spain, going like history, going historically. Beautiful. Let's see if we can get an officer shooting. Officer, can you shoot? No, I'm just kidding. So actually holding the high ground actually very well, though. This is what the UK did so well, guys. Holding the high ground. They were able to just hold the French back. They had artillery up on high ground. And that's what helped them so much in this battle. But they are definitely surrounded now, and it's not going to matter too much, probably. Oof. Oh, man. That is rough. That is rough. Both sides. The solid volleys on both sides. The morale is just sticking it out. Actually, we have some Cav, some Hussars fighting some infantry in the back lines here, as well as possibly some Grasshoppers, some skirmishers. Oh, Coldstream Guard. Oh, yes. They barely lost any. They lost 3 men. Get the Coldstream Guards in there, for Pete's sake. You have to get the Coldstream Guards in there. Nope, their backs are turned. Looks like we may get a bayonet charge here. Epic bayonet charge to finish off this battle here. Yes. And this battle is over. Oh, no, it's not. There's more. There's more. Oh, my goodness. The just brutality of volleying a bayonet charge coming right at you is just... There's nothing like it. Look at that fight. Too many good fights.
We have killed their general, sir. Now
And that should be the battle now. Yeah, that should be the battle. I don't think there's anyone else left in this fight, so very close. Oh, not really close. I'd say the French mistakes were the Cav engagement in the very beginning. This one was sent in by bullet that killed JFK. As you see, a lot of kills. I predict some of these are probably from farming, but you know, honest work. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said, guys, the heavy Cav for the UK just did the work. And the infantry just followed it up, and at that point, the French couldn't really fight it. You know, they didn't have a strong position. They were attacking hills everywhere. They were defending a hill, but they got outflanked. They didn't send enough to their left side to defend that massive right hook that the UK had, and that's what just caused it to break. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you are a French lover, I am sorry for your loss. To anybody that loves the coalition side, you know, happy for you, you know. Glad I could make you happy today. That's about it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.